Hi, friends. This is Chris with Josephine's Design. I am back with my horrible cola. My husband and my daughter both said, "Do you want a soda?" And so we drank. These are from our local grocery store. They're pure cane sugar. They're still a soda, and it takes me all afternoon to get this down. So I only drink maybe one, maybe sometimes 2 a week, but not even that much anymore. And or I was doing that, but I drink the Dr. B, which is like the Dr. Pepper version. But I highly recommend if you're going to drink a soda, because my mother died of Alzheimer's. I am never a proponent of anything aluminum, no cans, nothing. And so I highly, highly recommend anything that is acidic, that it either be in a glass or a like a carton. You know, you can even get tomato paste in a carton. And I think that that is better. And if you have to have canned items, I highly recommend you having the cans that are lined in that specific type of lining that does not allow aluminum to leach. So, but these are not good for the hips, so or for your immune system. But they were both so sweet. Do you want a soda? Do you want a soda? So I was like, okay. And then my daughter, I had gotten her these lime cherry something fizzy. And so I was like, oh, I wanted to try one of those. So she turned around. I didn't even know it. She got me this little glass filled. And I was just like, oh, honey. She goes, here, you want you to try it. And I was like, well, number one, that's too much. And number two, okay, I'll take a quick sip. And I took a sip and I was like, ooh. And I gave it back to her. And it was good. It just wasn't my thing. And, but she was so cute about it. You know, like, here, let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. I turned the light on so you can see better. So I've got a haul for you. That ended up being in the way, so I wanted to share. I've got a variety of things, so just hang with me. Hopefully, this isn't going to be too long. I'm going to try to keep it slow or quick, not slow, quick. And I just did that FabFitFun. So I've got glitter on my hands, and I have had all this lotion put on, so it was really even hard to get this up. So I saw this book. I saw this via The Needy Homesteader, and I read some reviews on it. The reviews are kind of mixed on it. Some of them think it's not as in depth. Some of them think it is. So many of you asked me, because we built massive gardens. We live on a small hobby farm. Um, People would say it was a homestead, and yeah, to some degree it is. It's pretty. I mean, we lived off this place for a while, and we could for a pretty good while. We have our own well water, which saved us when the big storm hit. Now, if we lost electricity, we would be in trouble. We wouldn't be able to get our water up, which I think I finally have my husband understanding we need to have a well that we can pump water up by hand. And in case we lose electricity, because we've lost water many times on this property. Christmas we lost water because there was a break in the pipe, and my husband had to get out. We delayed Christmas. We didn't have our Christmas till the following Monday. So my husband is very talented. He's a very, and I'm not saying this to be like, oh, my husband is so. He's not. I mean, he's a human being. He makes mistakes. He's all that good stuff. He's normal. But he's very bright. He's insanely bright. He has a photographic memory. He can also twist wrenches. So he can present to, presidents of, you know, I think they're top 15, 500, whatever you call a company. I mean, just crazy stuff. And yet he can then turn around and twist a wrench and, fix cars and repair pipes that break and, nurse chicks, chicks to health and all that, I mean, he wasn't the chicken man when I met him. He grew up in the city. He had bad incident with horses, so he's kind of fearful of horses, and he doesn't quite know when and when not to be afraid of cattle and that kind of thing. And of course, I grew up in the city, but I had uncles with ranches, and I was an FFA, and I raised all kinds of critters and all that kind of good stuff. So, and then we've been out here long enough. But anyways, but I thought this was just a great resource tool. I wanted to get it and put it on my shelf, and I thought I would share what it is about. Now, it talks about, if the world comes to an end, blah, 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 blah. Just skip all that, okay? This was very affordable. I believe they sold this at Sam's, is what I think Heather said. But I ordered mine off Amazon. It was really cheap. I mean, I think it was like, I want to say $11. And that was including shipping because we're Prime. But I just want to kind of share some of the chapters. I thought it was, yeah, okay. I guess with COVID, But anyways, but here's some of the chapters: World of Risk, The Prepared Mind, Water, Heating, Eating, Self-Defense, Communications, Your Neighbors, Bugging Out, or Staying Put, Plan A or Plan B, The Year After, List of Lists. That's what I wanted. So let's go to chapter 12, and let's look at the list of lists. So there's barter and charity, books, bug out bag, vehicle bug out bag, food and water, financial preparation, gardening and outdoors, house and home, hygiene and sanitation, personal preparation, security. So what happened to us is when we came home for COVID, we couldn't get anything. And only right before then did we recognize that Amazon would maybe deliver to us. Now, they know us. They're out here at least, maybe 4 times a week, at least. And lately, we've been blessed with people who've wanted me to try some things for the channel, so they've been here more than often. They also deliver to the post office for us, which we try not to do too much of it, but we do some, just because they, sometimes they won't deliver to our area. They only deliver to, and sometimes they won't deliver to a P.O. box, they only deliver to a physical home. But I think that there was a lot that we learned as we came home last year. Number one, first time in my whole, since the 90s, I did not have a prepped pantry. With the loss of my parents, kids marrying, moving out, just 3 of us here, I just didn't have an extensive pantry like I did. Now, I had buckets and things that I'd had for years that were still sealed, and I still have those. But I worked like a fiend and built bean buckets and rice and sugar and flour and, basic staples, and grew, barrels and bushels and bushels and bushels of fruits and vegetables. And I canned, I dehydrated, I froze. I still have to do my tomatoes from last year. I didn't even get that done. I was going to do it in February, and February was crazy. And I won't do it this week. I'm hoping next week to bring those all out. Last year's tomatoes, defrost them, and then, can them and get those done for tomato sauce, which I'm super excited. Things like that. So there was just a lot that we learned. I bought a massive dehydrator, and I think I've shared pictures of it. If not, I'll try to get some pictures on Instagram this week. I just ordered some, not these, but like Teflon sheets. I've never used the Teflon sheets. I used what came with the dehydrator, and it has been a big blooming mess. And I just decided, I was watching somebody, maybe it was Heather, in the last month or more, and I realized, what am I doing? Why don't I just use the Teflon sheets? What am I thinking? So, I just ordered a bread machine for my husband and I for our anniversary. I haven't given it to him yet. It's still in the box, literally in the box, hiding, hadn't been opened, kind of thing. And it hasn't been opened. Besides the fact it hasn't been taken out of the box it came in. So, I didn't gift wrap. I just put it in a box. So it's too big. It's huge. And it weighs a ton. It's so heavy that when my daughter lifted it, it pulled the tape off. It's so heavy. It's like Cuisinart. And I got it with a coupon on sale. You know me, it had to be that way. And I'm tired of paying for certain things at the grocery store. I'm tired of ordering, I now order, which I make homemade tortillas from scratch from flour, but I also found that they sell things like raw tortillas that you can just cook yourself. And I love that. It's so much less mess. It takes so less time. And so what I'm going to do is I've bought from 2 different stores. I'm going to use up what I have. And then what I'm going to do is just prep tortillas and put them in my fridge and pull those out when it's time. There are things I'm learning. You purchase certain things, you watch certain people, you decide what you really, really like and you don't like, that kind of a thing. I've got another order coming from Perfect Foods tomorrow. I went and picked up Walmart yesterday. There are just things, our local grocery store, we get certain things. When I buy one thing, I shop and look at 5 different places to see where the best buy is. It takes me forever to get any kind of order done. But the more I go on, the less I want to do that. And so things like this, I want to check and recheck what I've built, because we had to build everything so fast. And there was the thought that we would have a resurgence, which we had slightly one. We don't know what's going to happen now that they've opened up Texas. We hear that the numbers have gone up. Yeah, I know. So, and my husband, we have all these clients, they're elderly. So my husband is going to drive tonight and go pick up their tax work. But, I mean, it was like, you cannot go in, you cannot go near them. And he's like, I'm not going near them, I promise. And, I thought the client he's going to tonight was the one he went into the house last time. And he was telling me, no, it's so and so. And I said, okay, my mistake. I'm sorry, but you cannot go in, kind of one of those. And I was talking to another client and they were graciously offering to go to someone local because it's an hour drive. And I just said, no. He said he would come get your stuff. And we love you guys. And they've had some health issues. And we're like, we do not want you guys to have to do anything that would be difficult. He said he would get it done early and he would do it next week, during spring break. And she was like, really? Well, I don't have this one thing. And I said, that's okay. Whenever you have it, you let us know and we're coming. So, it's an opportunity for us to serve. But it's also an opportunity for me to make sure that whatever we have that we've been blessed with, like tonight, I'm going to send my husband with things that I canned last spring and last summer and fall. And I'm going to send some things to some of our clients as we go pick up their things. I want to take them some canned goods. I mean, I can't do it everywhere. I may I've got tons for my kids. I gave tons to our son and his wife for Christmas. Our daughter and son-in-law have yet to come get the Christmas stuff. It's in the other room and I have tons of canned items for them. And they did canning as well. Our son and daughter did not, but our daughter and son-in-law did. They grew gardens as well. So I just think for us, we all have to do what we can do and what we feel comfortable with. Now, that being said, there are things we learned. Like I wanted a high top greenhouse, and then my husband and I talked about it. It was like, we don't need to spend blah 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 amount of money, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, when it's just going to be the two of us soon. So we're going to do a cattle panel, which I found a video and he found it at the same time. It's so funny. It's from somebody he's never watched, and I was like, oh, that's my gal that I watch. I love her. And it's Heart Homestead. I love them. I love she and her husband. They are the sweetest people, Mr. H. But anyways, I just love them. And they did a cattle panel greenhouse. And then there's another couple that we watch out of Missouri, and they did a hoop greenhouse. And so, I just told my husband, I said, there are things that we can do. And my husband is so creative and so handy. And I just said, look, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's get our seeds going. Let's get it done. My kitchen is overtaken with all the preparedness stuff. Once we get this room cleared out, there will be a small area in here of some preparedness, quick resource things. But I kind of want my house back. I want it to look pretty. I want it to be my house again. And my business is taking over everywhere in here and in the other room. And I can't even get my business up because we can't get the organization we need to get it going. And, but now that my sweet husband got the shipping container, what I call my craft warehouse, things will go out there. Lots of things are being weeded out and given away or sold or whatever. And we're just making sure that what we have is what we need, not what we want or what we have like 10 times over. And a lot of this stuff is my parents. And there are things I didn't want to give away. Like I have a pot for my mom. I let my sister, my brother, and my sister-in-law take whatever they wanted. My brother-in-law, my nephews, my nieces, my children. And then I went in for the last, I have one pot, for my mom's. And don't get me wrong, we ended up with all the other junk that we're never going to keep. That was just junk. You know what I mean? And then we kept things for all the grandchildren as they get married. And I wanted every child to have something from their Nana and Papa, when they get married. And and my brother and his wife are having a baby, so I'm got to go back and make sure we have enough, of everything. But it's just been a journey. And so, having a bad knee, having things like that, I just have things I need to do. And like my husband and I were talking about, retirement, potential retirement, and and I told him, I said, well, you got to stay working until I get my knee surgery. And he's like, well, when are you going to get that? And I said, this summer. I told you my plan is this summer to go in and begin that process, and well, you need to go now. And I said, I can't go now until I get the vaccinations. And then even at that, I think we're going to have to wait till the summer, because spring isn't the time for us to be getting vaccination or getting nurse surgery. The best time is actually fall, for me, but we'll see. And I think what's really going to happen is I'm going to go this summer and then the doctor's going to schedule me for September, October, which is totally fine. So we'll see. He does not want to go back into the office. He wants to work from home. I don't know if they'll allow him to do that, but we'll see. You know how that goes. So we have all these things we're getting ready. Now, there's some other things I want to share with you that are very different. So you guys know I'm a huge scrapbooker. I've taught scrapbooking since, 99, 2000? Yeah, 2000. And I've scrapbooked forever. I mean, even as a young girl, I have scrapbooks from when I was a little girl. I know. I was just a weird kid. What can I say? But so how many of you use Instax or HPs or anything like that? And you have all these little bitty pictures and you want to put them in your scrapbooks, and that's totally fine, but you also want to share them. So our daughter and son-in-law, at the rehearsal dinner, we took little bitty Instax pictures, and then at their baby shower, we took little Instax pictures. So I'm going to put together a book for them, and that's going to be for them. I have pictures that I've received via email, or pardon me, text from my kids, and I've printed them out Instax. Not Instax, pardon me, HP Sprocket. I love HP Sprocket because you peel and stick. And so I got 2 of these. So one I wanted to have that's like my quick go-to that I can carry with me or share with. And I have a grandmother brag book that I've received that I ordered from, what do you call it? Simply Gilded. And it's gorgeous. I did a video on it. I think I posted it today. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, scalloped, kind of the Aura Estelle look booklet, but it's more for regular size pictures. So I wanted something like this. So this is going to be my one that I carry around, and I think it's just charming and all that good stuff. And then this one is the one I want to put together and have out. And it may just be my grandchildren. I don't know yet. I haven't even opened these yet. I ordered these all 3 off of Amazon. It's all Amazon all day. So I just thought, this is cute. It's got hearts. I don't know how this opens. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay, it's just easy. It's magnetic. And this has got like a cover on it. So I got to get that off. Hold on. See, and let me throw that away. My trash has got to go out. We missed it for trash day today, but that's okay. And take that out. The silicone thing. Isn't that weird? I've never seen that before, but I can use that for any kind of piercing, paper piercing, so never throw those away. You can always use them. There's pockets in this. There's all of this. And I just thought, I would rather them be up and down, but I didn't want anything that big. So I'm just going to turn them like that and then just let that be, kind of grandbaby. And, maybe I'll eventually do it by grandchild. Maybe I'll just do it, chronologically. We'll see. We'll just see chronologically by date, right? Okay. Sorry. I'm so tired. 3 nights not sleeping well. But I just felt like sorry for the rattle. I guess I should have done this before, but I literally opened everything and put it in one box to show you guys. Hold on. And this one will be the one I'll carry about, and it's just the same thing. It's not anywhere near as well made, so I just felt like, you know what? This is a great one to throw in your bag. If anything happens to it, no big deal. This one is a little bit nicer made. It's a little bit, it's a little bit wompy jawed, but that's just because of probably how I had it in the box, and it already straightened out almost. And then this one I will make and give, for a birthday or something to my daughter and son-in-law. And my oldest daughter and son-in-law. And this will just have those wedding and all that. I also have pictures that I have printed out for my oldest daughter and son's graduation and their college undergraduate graduation parties. And I need to get those out and get those found. They're deep in the cottage. Those I'll get out at some point, or they're over there in that corner right there. And so that's what I'm going to work on. But I wanted to share that with you because I thought these were really neat options. Now, I'm going to come back. I'm going to let you guys go. So this is my Amazon haul. Of course, there's more we get off of Amazon, but I just thought these would be of interest. I think that things like this, I've always been a real album snob and wanted it to be acid-free and archival quality. And anymore, these kind of things are. And because we keep a digital copy, usually of most all of our pictures, even if we put it in something, we left it in our car, it overheated and it stuck, we could literally throw this away or salvage what we could and then reprint what we can't and set up a new one. Just what we used to do in the olden days that was so, almost white glove when you do your scrapbooking, we don't do that anymore because pictures aren't is hard to access now. And literally, when my parents passed away, I literally had my daughter pull every single picture out of every single frame, every single book, every single everything. We sent it to a company and we had them scan everything in. And I was able to give both of my siblings and ourselves a flash drive of all the pictures of all the everything from my parents' home. And that was a massive blessing. The only thing we didn't get, my sister took the painted portrait of my mother's wedding portrait, and she's supposed to send us a picture, and I'm sure she's just been busy. But hopefully she's going to send us a picture of that. And I want that picture printed out and put in an 8x10 or something like that. I don't know. But something like that. And we got my wedding picture and my baby picture, my parents had like huge wedding baby pictures of us and wedding pictures, so of my sister and I. So those will be hung at some point in our spare bedroom when we clean that room out. So anyways, but things like this I think are great. I think we can go Amazon. Things like this are inexpensive things that we can read and prepare. And I love that it kind of kind of like a little elastic closing, and you can add paper to it. You have, sorry guys, I mean, you have tabs, you have all kinds of things. I think these are all good resource tools, and I think Amazon gives us great opportunities for things like that. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll like this if you did. It really helps our channel. I've been watching a lot of Vicky Booten lately, and I've watched her for years and years and years. And she goes through a long discussion as to why it's so important to like videos and why that helps YouTubers and why that helps those of us who do this with our time and our money and our resources. And she really is very compelling. So I'm not going to go through all that, but it does help when you like. It helps tremendously when you leave a comment. There's just something about the algorithm between the liking and the joining and the, all of that and leaving a comment. And it really does help us. And for those of us who are trying to put things together for you guys, it would be so nice. It takes 2 seconds to hit that like button in it. And even if you just said, hey, this is Betty Joe from, Tuscaloosa, or whatever you want to say, I mean, just say hi. I mean, I'd love to hear from you guys. And, if you want to comment on the video, that's great too. There are really scuzzy people out there that leave scuzzy messages. It is so nice when you guys leave nice messages. I cannot say enough. And I mean, in the words of my friend Heather from the Needy Homesteader, there's some real perverts out there. And there are. I mean, I heard Vicky talk about that this weekend. There's some real, I think Heather calls them trolls. They troll the channels. I don't know. But anyways, and then I think Vicky calls them perverts. I can't remember, but it just cracks me up. And it's like, they really are that way. So if you guys could leave something happy and sweet, it's so nice. You don't know what one comment does for us. So thank you guys. I appreciate that if you can. And share this video with somebody if it would help somebody else. If somebody is trying to figure out what they're going to do and prepare their home and stock up and save money, these are great tools. So hopefully that would help as well. And these are inexpensive gift tools, if I hadn't said that enough, Of course, I'm a big Creative Memories fan, but a lot of that's changing for me right now. I'm finding different routes of things I like doing. I'll always love Creative Memories, but things like this are just great tools. So, okay, friends, I pray your day's blessed, creative, and lovely. Thank you so, so much for being here. That's the most important thing. Thank you. And I hope you found something in this video that would encourage you. And that's what this channel is about. So y'all be safe. Take care. I'll be back with another fun haul. I cannot wait to video this. I think you guys are going to go, whoa, you're going to love this next haul. Anyways, but come on back and I'll be sharing it with you. And the next thing I'm going to video is going to be the first thing I'm going to post. Yeah, you'll see why in a minute. So, okay, friends, I'll be talking to y'all soon. You guys take care. So if you're seeing this later, go back and see the hauls. You get to see all the hauls. There's tons of hauls right now. Okay, friends, be safe, and I'll be talking to y'all soon. And if you haven't ordered your seeds and you're getting ready to plant gardens, get to ordering. And if not, get a book that tells you about your state and your area in the state growing season. I have one for Texas, for Central Texas. I have Texas, Central Texas, and literally know your growing zone. You can look that up online based on your zip code. And also, think about farmers markets. What do you see the most at farmers markets? It's probably the easiest thing to grow. Tomatoes, peppers, herbs. Herbs are super easy. Seriously, they are super, super easy, especially when you grow them outside. And you're past the freezing season. So, but we have things that went through the freeze: chives, parsley, thyme, oh goodness, lavender, lots of things that survived all the snow for a week. They're just things that can happen, in the winter. So, don't think if you're still in winter you can't plant things. You can. Garlic, I think, can go in the ground in winter climates, things like that. So, yeah, we're getting ready to plant garlic. We've planted onions. We've planted tons and tons of lettuce. We've planted tomatoes, peppers. What else have we planted right now? And get ready. We found one sweet potato in our garden this weekend. I think I said this earlier. And so we're getting ready to get ready to grow slips, and which is where you just let the ice grow out of it. That's it. You put it in water and it'll grow. And that's going to be fantastic. So we'll just cut all those apart and we'll throw those in the ground and they'll grow us more potatoes. And that's great because each slip will grow many, many potatoes off the one little eye. So just things like that. They're just interesting things that we can do that doesn't cost any more money. I mean, I literally buy green onions once every couple of months, and then I regrow in my kitchen window. I cut off the green tops. I leave the bottoms and the white bulb. I put them in water where they're just above the water line, and then they'll reshoot greens out of it. And I will get 3 rounds of growth off of that, and then sometimes 4, and then I just compost or give them to the chickens. If it gets too hot, you can't give them to chickens. You can't give them garlic or onions when it's too hot, but it's still cold, so they are cool. They can still eat them. So lots of things like that. There's lots of things you can do to regrow, save money, grow sprouts, all those kinds of things inside. Super, super good for you and doesn't cost you that much money. So, okay, friends, if you guys are interested in any of that, I know that you guys like me doing a garden tour. I have a better phone this year, so I can do a better one. I've been putting a few things on Instagram. If you guys are interested in that, leave a comment below. I'll be glad to share all that as well. I know. Here I was going to say goodbye and then went off into something else. So, all right, guys. Love you. I'm going to quit talking. Talk to you soon. Y'all take care. Leave comments below. Send me emails. I'll be glad to answer whatever I can. And I'll be glad to share whatever I can. Okay, friends. Y'all be safe. Talk to you soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.